We have another issue that we wanted to discuss with you in depth. Thank y'all, Calvin. Pretty soon there will be a decision made concerning the Amalgamated Transit Union and the Mobile Bus Service on cutting routes. The routes that they are contemplating on cutting will have a significant impact on the African American community. There have been many efforts in order to try to articulate the importance of it, but we have two people in our studios today, Mr. Anthony Garland, who's with the Amalgamated Transit Union, and then we have Mr. Antonio Maben. And Mr. Maben, we welcome you to pass it on.
Thank you, Mr. Battles.
You know, we got an issue coming up here concerning you have some very important meetings that you would like to inform the citizens about that they should attend so that they can voice their opinion, pro or con, concerning the route change. When are those meetings and what is the purpose of them?
We are having a rally on Tuesday, February the 23rd at 10 a.m. at the Mobile Government Plaza, 205 Government Street. We're going to be there to give a rally to show the public and also our council members and mayors and stuff that we care about transit, and we want to keep transit flowing the way it's flowing and even growing transit itself. We will also be having a town hall meeting the same evening at 4 p.m. at the Pritchard Municipal Complex, 216 East Pritchard Avenue. We're asking everyone that's in the Pritchard area and Mobile area to come out and support that as well. We'll also will be having a hearing in which this will be where the administrative of the Wave Transit will be explaining to the public what routes has been proposed to be cut.
Okay, now when we're talking about what routes that have they're proposed to be cut, and so by your attendance at these meetings will make a significant impact to show that you care. If you don't show up, then the people say, "Well, shoot, nobody care about it." But we also have in our studios one of the national representatives here, Mr. Anthony Garland. And Anthony, we welcome you to pass it on.
Thank you, Pastor Ballard, and thanks
Not
for giving.
Pastor, don't give me no credit. No, do that.
Thank you, Mr. Ballard.
You're going to get some of my friends out there saying I'm perpetrating. You know?
Well, when I first came to Mobile, you were the first person I met that gave us an ear regarding this public service issue regarding proposed cuts for the service here in Mobile.
So, now, where are you from, Mr. Garland?
I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm a member of the Amalgamated Transit Union. We represent transit workers throughout the United States and Canada.
Okay, what importance do you think it is with the hearings that are becoming and the other events that you have on trying to encourage the citizenry to make a step now so that they won't have to wait until they wind up and be standing up at the bus stop and ain't no bus coming?
That's correct, and right now we want to get this public announcement out to bring awareness to public transportation and how important it is to the development of communities in Mobile and throughout cities throughout the country. If there's economic development in any city, it can't work unless there's a viable transit system there to support that network. So here today, we want to explain to the listening public and the riders of Mobile that you can empower yourself to make those in the powers that be, to make your transit system reflective of the needs of the community, of the business surrounding in that community, and reflective of a vibrant community.
Okay, Mr. Maben, give my listeners some of the proposed routes that are to be cut and the impact that you think would have on those individuals who ride buses within those vicinities.
Some of the major lines going to be cut, the proposed cut. The Plateau Pritchard bus, which is the number 16. As of right now, the bus leaves from the Gemino and go through the old Josephine Allen through Plateau to the Pritchard Hub and up to 8 Mile Shopping Center. The proposed cuts cut this bus from going up to 8 Mile. Once it make it to the Pritchard Hub, it will turn back around and head back towards town.
So that means that the citizens in Pritchard will be impaired.
Yes. Not only will it be impaired as far as with the fixed route, also the ADA paratransit system will also have effect on this as well, because once they cut the fixed route buses, the paratransit bus can only go 3/4 of a mile outside of the radius radius of the fixed route bus. Also, another major route that will be cut is the Crosstown Chickasaw, the number 10. It will no longer, if the cut go through, it will no longer go to Chickasaw. It will actually go to the Pritchard Hub and turn back around as well and head towards the mall. We also have the Tillman's Corner Circulator. This route would be eliminated, period. It wouldn't be any route towards the Tillman's Corner area. Also, there would be no night service for any of the buses. The service would stop at 7 p.m. each day. And that's for all paratransit and the fixed route buses.
So now, when you're talking about the night service, what is the impact? Do you have good ridership?
It depends on what time of the month it is as far as the ridership, but we have a lot of people that work inside of the mall that get off at 9 o'clock that need this transportation. We also have people that have church functions as far as going to at night, Black History nights just like this month. People have different things they have to do during Black History. With those services cut, then those individuals will not be able to go to those different functions.
And so, Mr. Garland, what is your primary reason for being here in Mobile, to try to see that you can assure that these routes and that the ridership get a fair play?
I think the most important thing to understand is for the public to become advocates for their own needs in the community. It's 2016. We should not be in the business of segregating neighborhoods like Pritchard, like Chickasaw.
That's right.
Those individuals, if the service is cut, they depend on buses to go to work over in Mobile City because there are no jobs. There's no economic development in Pritchard. So the only avenue for them to have a job to pay their bills is to get on a bus and to travel over to Mobile. So the riding public have to understand that your voice is important. This is a public transit system. Mm-hmm. Public transit systems were never invented to draw a profit. So if those on the council is worrying about whether the transit system in Mobile can be compared to a transit system in Montgomery, there's no comparison. The needs are different.
And so now these meetings that you're going to have, the town hall meeting, and who are you inviting? Those people who are the ridership or just citizens who are concerned about transportation?
We're inviting everyone that depends on the wave transit system. Especially,
let me ask you a question before then, Robert. If the routes are eliminated, how they planning to fill in for the transportation? They're going to try to get a private outsource or somebody to make the transportation for those hubs?
Well, from my understanding, at one of the advisory commission meetings I attended last week, there's some dealings with the Mobile Bay system to take over some of the work and actually offer discount rates. And that in itself is a conflict of providing public transit for the city of Mobile, Pritchard, and Chickasaw. The public transit system should be there and should be reflective of those jurisdictions. The transit system in Mobile is a regional transit system. So therefore, the city of Mobile should be providing services for the city of Mobile, for Pritchard, Chickasaw, Tillman's Corner, all the different areas that are affected that with the current transit structure now, they should continue that service. We can't allow taxi cabs and van services to pick those up from particular spots and commute them to the city. That's just not a transit system. That's not a viable transit system.
When I was a boy and we were doing the bus protest, they had the jitney service. And the jitney service was a private car like old Uber,
Yeah.
But then most important, let's go back to this. On the meetings, I need you to continue to stress where those meetings are and the times of those meetings.
The first meeting will be on Tuesday, February the 23rd at 10 a.m. at the Mobile Government Plaza, 205 Government Street. The town hall meeting will be Tuesday, February the 23rd at 4 p.m. at Pritchard Municipal Complex, 216 East Pritchard Avenue. The hearing itself will be at the Jim and O Building off Beauregard, Thursday, February the 25th, 2016 at 6 p.m. Also with that meeting, there will be transportation provided. All you have to do is come to the meeting, whatever route that you ride on, that will be serviced after the route actually is done, so you can make it back home for those who come out. We also want to bring to the attention of the public that dealing with this situation, we have had a situation where there was was practically, the system was running in the black for the last 2 years, and purposely to be able to, for some of the administrators to keep their contract. And personally, this type of thing then caused the reason why that we are having these cuts, because this year the city of Mobile basically said we're just going to take what you guys been giving back us to the last 2 years.
Do you have any kind of amount on what the refund has been?
No, we don't.
But don't worry about that. But for time, do you have any final comments in regards to the meetings and whatever schedule you have?
Yeah, it's imperative that the riding public come out to the rally on Tuesday, February 23rd, 2016 at 10 a.m. down at the Mobile Government Plaza. That rally is important. It'll propel us into our evening meeting at 4 o'clock. Like Tony said, that's the town hall meeting over at Pritchard Municipal Complex. It's very important. I mean, when the union comes and speaks of these issues, everybody expects the union to speak out and say the things that we say. But when the public is there demanding certain needs, because it's their tax dollars, it makes a difference. Mm-hmm. And we have to empower our citizens in the community to understand how important their voices are when it comes to community structure and how it should be reflected.
So, okay, what about this, Mr. Maven? When will, after all the meetings and all the conclusions, when will the decision be made whether they're going to cut the route or not cut her?
Between the 1st and the 2nd week of April.
Okay. So right now it's time for you to be able to come to these. Is there a number that someone can call you if they need additional information?
Yes, you can give me a call at Anthony Maven at 251-583-5834. 251-583-5834, and I can be contacted at any time with any question or comments. And even if you want to speak on the actual rally itself and the town hall meeting, just give me a call.
All right.
And Mr. Bell, I'd like to add to that as well. If anyone out there that's listening that depends on this system, and even those who don't, because although we don't use it, we all need it. We're encouraging you to please contact your council member. Contact the mayor of Pritchard, the mayor of Mobile. Contact your county representatives, because this is a regional system. At some point, the county has got to fork up money on their part as well to make sure this system stays regional and it doesn't become a city service.
Okay, well, we appreciate y'all coming in today. We want to continue to conclude to remind you that the public hearing will be held on Thursday, February 25th, 2016 at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time at the GM&O building, and at 110 Beauregard Street in Mobile, Alabama. And then we want to join us to fight to save the buses. The rally will be Tuesday, February 23rd at 10 a.m. at the Mobile Government Plaza at 205 Government Street. The town hall meeting will follow that afternoon on Tuesday, 23rd at 4 p.m. at the Pritchard Municipal Complex. So we want you to come out so that you can make your voices heard. And thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Hold on a minute. We'd like to leave you today, as we do each Sunday, with the message of hope. Despite all the difficulties that we encounter as a people and as a citizenry, we always have to depend on God. He will continue to lead us and to do the things that are necessary. We'd like to leave you, as we do each Sunday, with the message of hope that when God gives you a blessing, He is still in the blessing business, that it is your Christian and your ethical responsibility to pass it on to someone else. Good afternoon and good day, gentlemen.